Morning guys, how you doing? It's Monday about lunchtime. We talked yesterday, it was the Sunday morning analysis. Charts have opened, they've done about what I thought they were going to do, so we'll just jump on. Because yesterday we talked about monthly and weekly analysis on the higher time frames, but now I'm going to just drop down to the daily in H4. Excuse me, because on daily and H4 is where we want to see how we get into the trade. So we're just going to look at some of those levels that we approached on those higher time frames, and then come in and look at some retracement levels and work out about where we should go long or short. All right guys, let's jump across the charts and have a quick look. Okay, cool. All right guys, let's just take a quick look. So we talked about the four charts. We had Aussie New Zealand, which we're currently on, then we'll go to Pound CAD, Pound Aussie, and then USD CAD. But just starting with the Aussie New Zealand, sorry. So remember we had on the daily the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. So the target for our full heads and shoulders pattern was down here. And we were thinking price was going to come up and test inside some of these levels. We also talked about a gap down on open some of these pairs. So I'm just going to skip down to H4 and show you what actually happened on open this morning. So this is Friday's bar. I'll just zoom in so you can see it. This is Friday's close here. So it was a gap down on open this morning. So the price was, what do we got? Close, open. So it was not much, but it was, it's a bit for this pair. 15 pips a gap down on the open. But you can see it was just bullish straight away. It's pushed right back up. I'm just going to zoom back out for a minute. So this could roll over at any time. Like I'm not saying when it's going to roll over, but I'm certainly not going to trade it short until it gets up to these areas, because we want it to retrace into these areas. These are the areas that we were identified on the weekend as some analysis. We've got some resistance in here. We'd like price to come back up in here. Again, drop back down to H4. If price meanders up, we just had a strong bullish push this morning. If it keeps coming up, we get some price action in here, guys. I would like to look at taking this trade short down into this heads and shoulders full target all the way down here. Okay, so what do we say? I'll just have a quick look again. Say we're going back to the last video, but that was 240 odd pips short. I think you probably get a nice 40-50 pip stop on that, so it's probably a 4 or 5% trade. All right, what do we got? Pound CAD we'll go to next. All right, so Pound CAD, if we remember, we had, I'll just zoom in so you can see it. We had this bearish price action here with this nice engulfing candle. And my retracement entry strategy is to take a retracement of this engulfing or pin bar, whatever you like to call it. So I'm looking at 50% retracement, then to get short from there. So we just skip down. Well, it's daily, doesn't show us much, but H4. So the 50% retracement of what is the weekly pin bar lines up with a nice little downtrend. So, and again, price open this morning, and it's quite bullish on open. I'm expecting on the London Open this afternoon for price to push up into these areas. If it does, we get another nice pin bar or a train track or a tweezer top or whatever price action you guys like to trade. You place your own entry. I'd probably like to get another retracement entry, and that's the sort of level. We'll just skip back to our daily. Our target will be down here, which is the horizontal support. It's also an uptrend support across here. So, sorry guys, measure from the 50% retracement down into these levels, 480 odd pips. So a nice move down there, I would have thought. Again, a nice tight stop, 30, 40, 50 pips. You get yourself a nice risk to reward on that one. Pound Oz, again, gap down on open, which we suspected was going to happen over the weekend. You had the extra day in there with the Easter Friday, but it's been very bullish on open. So if we just go up to weekly, remember guys, we identified this was post-Brexit over here. So these levels are significant in the market. So we got support, broke support, and comes back. So it's all of a sudden looking like resistance. So it had a big push up. A nice bearish pin bar right at that level. Sorry guys, it's on weekly, just stay with me. So gap down's always good. It gives an indication it's going to go one way or the other overall for the week. So again, a retracement entry is what I'm looking for. So price is opened, we skip back down to lower time frames. Gap down and it's pushing long straight away, which is exactly what I want to see. A gap down is great, it's an indicator for short, and then pushing long into these retracement levels is absolutely perfect. Now, what I don't know is whether it's going to roll at 50% retracement, 61.8% retracement, or 78.6%. But if we look at a breakout retest pattern, we've got a nice little H4 uptrend channel here, and it's a breakout. It probably could go all the way up into that 78.6 before it rolls over. But again, because of the gap down, it's quite a bearish market. I would have thought it could roll over early. So I'll just be waiting for price action in here, here, or here, and then this is where the big question comes up. Is it an art or a science? It's up to you guys whether you take it from either of these three levels. But let's have a quick look at the target. The target would be this uptrend So touch 1, touch 2, touch 3. I would expect price to come down into these levels here somewhere before it continues on its monthly bullish charge. All right, guys, and the last one was US CAD, which was probably the least appealing, I think, of the 4, but we'll just have a quick look anyway while we're here. All right, yep, so this one was the monthly close, if we remember. So just zoom in. Sorry, guys, it's got my bits and pieces all over it. So remember, a big monthly pin bar, so it'll come all the way up, rolled over, come right back down. Again, I'm looking for a 50% retracement into this pin bar before I get short, back into this trend support. You can see the trend support more clearly on a weekly chart. So touch 1, touch 2 coming down. I would have liked to have seen come up a little bit higher here, but it rolled over, and a monthly pin bar close is a good indication for short for me. So I would like to see now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. I think price will push back down into here. So what I want to do, and remember guys, just quickly, we had heads and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So this right shoulder, I'll drop back to H4, it's easier to see. This right shoulder, a 50% or a 61.8% retracement on Fibonacci corresponds with a right shoulder setting up in that monthly pin bar. Here's our monthly pin bar. We'd like to see price come up here, not necessarily today, but it could be tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday, it doesn't matter. Time is not crucial, it's the level that's crucial. So I want to see price come up here, get some price action, then we want to get short. I want to see it come down, break this neckline, come under, test underneath, and then short back down to these levels. So we go back up to weekly, want to get back down into these levels. So we'll just measure it again quickly. So from the 50% retracement there, down to here, so 475 pips to target. So nice amount of distance, and the USD CAD daily range is fairly small. It's only about 120 pips, so you should be able to get a 50, 60 pip stop on that pretty comfortably. So at 470, you're going to get a nice risk to reward there. All right, guys, I won't bore you too much longer. That's just a quick update for Monday. Things are looking pretty good so far from what we discussed yesterday, and I hope everyone has some good trades coming up. Get into them, have some fun. Just remember, guys, trading is high risk. There's some risk warnings in the comments below the videos. If you take these trades, it is at your own risk. I take trades. I love trades. I've been trading for a long, long time, but I understand the risks involved. I understand the dynamic. I understand my own financial position. You guys have to make a decision for yourself. All right, guys, happy trading. I will talk to you in the next day or two, and we'll see whether these trades start to come into these levels a bit more. Righto, bye.